Dear students, once again, after a short break, I'm back with a new lesson. Previously in chapter number 10, we had done about light and reflection and refraction. That was chapter number 10. Now today we'll start with chapter number 11, that is human eye and the colorful world. Human eye and the colorful world. This is chapter 11 and it starts from page number 187 of your textbook. Page number 187, Human Eye and its Colorful World. In the previous chapter, we have studied about nature, position and relative size of image formed by lenses using refraction of light. We studied about concave mirror, concave lens and convex lens. In this chapter, we'll use these principles to study the functions of human eye. We shall discuss the defects of human eye and also its correctness using different types of lenses: concave, convex, spherical, depending on the defects and the correctness required. We also shall study the concept of refraction of light and how this reflection of light is going to help us in understanding some optical phenomena in nature, like formation of rainbow, blue color of sky, splitting of white light, twinkling of stars, and etc. This is the introduction of human eye and the colorful world. So as we are going to deal with human eye, let us start with the first thing, that is human eye. The human eye is one of the most valuable and sensitive sense organ of the human body. The human eye uses refraction of light. I repeat, it uses refraction of light and enables us to see objects and the color around us. It gives us the sensation of sight. It consists of an eyeball which is almost spherical in shape. It consists of an eyeball which is almost spherical in shape with a diameter of about 2.3 centimeter. The main parts of human eye are cornea, number 1, number 2, iris and pupil, number 3 is crystalline lens, that is eye lens, ciliary muscles, retina and optical nerve. These are the basic parts of human eye. When I'll give you the diagram, when you get the diagram, you can just match those things. Now the human eye functions like a camera. The human eye and the camera are having some similarities. They is working like a camera. Light enters the eye through a thin transparent membrane called retina. Light enters the eye through a thin transparent membrane called retina. It is protective membrane and covers the front surface of the eyeball. It is the protective layer and it protects the eyeball. Most of the refraction of light entering the eye occurs at the outer surface of cornea. Now, most of the refraction, that is the bending of the light, maximum takes place before entering the eye in the outer surface of cornea. Iris is the dark muscular diaphragm situated just behind the cornea. It has small opening at the middle called the pupil through which light enters the eye. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm situated just behind the cornea. It has small opening behind, which has a small opening at the middle, and it is called pupil, through which light enters the eye. Now, The iris controls the size of the light entering the eye depending upon the intensity of the light. The iris will control how much of light will enter into the human eye. When the light is very bright, that is, it is intense, the iris contracts in the pupil, so the particular hole becomes less in size and less light enters. However, in a dim light, the iris expands and the pupil, so the hole becomes a little bit large and allows more light to enter the eye. This is the reason that you are not able to see objects clearly for some time when you enter from a bright light into a dark room. And the same case when you are moving out from a dark room into a bright light, similar thing happens. However, you may be able to see things in the dim lit room after some time. When you enter from a bright light to a dim light, the iris takes some time to expand the pupil, and therefore you are not able to see immediately when this change occurs. If you move from a darker area to a bright area, the pupil contracts. Same case when you are entering from a light area into a dark area, the pupil expands, and this expansion takes time, and therefore immediately we are not able to see the objects within the room. The eye lens is transparent and crystalline lens, which is convex in nature. The human eye lens is transparent, crystalline and convex in nature. In the process of making up of this eye, it is made up of jelly-like fibrous substance that makes it elastic. Now, the eye lens forms as an image which is inverted image of the object on the retina. Suppose you are seeing a tree straight, but exactly the image is upside down in retina, where the root part is up and the branches are below. But in the process where the sensory nerves or optic nerves, what we call, they will send the message to the brain, and the brain will try to see the clear, correct image, that is erect one. Now, the eye lens forms the inverted real image of an object on the retina. The eye lens divides the eye into two chambers. The smaller chamber between the lens and the cornea is filled with watery fluid called aqueous humorous. The larger chamber behind the lens and the retina is filled with a jelly-like substance called vitreous humorous. This helps to maintain the shape of eyeball. They are responsible for giving the shape to the eyeball. The eye lens is held positioned by ciliary muscles. These ciliary muscles changes the focal length of eye lens depending upon the position of the object. So, to change the focal length, the ciliary muscles are responsible. They expand and contract the lens to increase and decrease the focal length of the eye lens. The retina acts like a screen on which the inverted image is formed by the eye lens. It is a delicate membrane having enormous number of light sensitive cells. Like for example, in case of a camera which was earlier days, we had the photographic plates, or what we call the photographic film. We had it, the negative where the images were formed. Later it came into being, nowadays we have the memory cards. Same case, in our eye behind there is a particular photographic plate or a memory card which is called retina, where the images are formed inverted, that is upside down. They are light sensitive and the images are formed there. They are called rod and cone shape. The retina is divided into rod and cone shape. These are about 10 million cones and 100 million of this rod-like shape structures in a retina. There are 10 million cones and 100 million rod-like structures. The rod can sense even very small amount of light. They are very light sensitive. They can even sense the very small amount of light. While the cones need more light for the sensing the color details. This is the reason we are able to see shapes but not color and details of object in dim light. We are able to see the shape of an object, like we can see a chair or a table, but because in little light, these particular rods which are 100 are there, they are able to sense, but they are not able to sense the color. So color requires little bit of brightness, and in the brightness colors are able to be seen. The light sensitive cells of retina get activated upon illuminated. When light sources are fall on the particular object, when it falls, they get illuminated and generate electrical signals. These signals are sent to the human brain via optical nerves. The brain interprets the signals and produce the sensation of vision of the particular object that we see. It could be tree, it could be human, it could be a chair, table, whatever is it. It is processed by it is carried out by the optical nerves to the brain, where brain interprets it, and the sense is felt of the object, the shape, size, color and combination. And then we recognize the particular object and we can name it, oh, that's a chair, because brain has recalled and brain has recognized the particular object. So this is human brain in gist. Towards the end, I will be giving you the image of human eye. You can correlate the different parts, the iris, the cornea, the aqueous vitreous, aquahumerus, the rod shape, the cone shape. Then we have this optical nerves. Then we have the cornea outside, transparent membrane we have it, the iris, the pupil, all you can correlate with it. After this, we'll proceed with the second part of it, which will be known as accommodation power, or power of accommodation of an image. How much my eye can see, to what is the furthest distance it can see, and what is the nearest distance minimum it can see. That we call it accommodation power. And accommodation power with ages goes off. As you are young, your accommodation will be more. As you are going old, it will be less. We'll deal with in the next video. Thank you. Hope you are learning this. And any queries, as I am been repeating, my WhatsApp number is 7002 141410. You can just WhatsApp me. I'll try my best to help you out. Thank you very much.